أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي رب زدني علما اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وأصحابه وبارك وسلم. Today I'm going to read out from this book, Wisdom from the Quran. The title of the article is The 99 Beautiful Names of God. One night Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was praying and supplicating in his house in Makkah with the words, Ya Allah, Ya Rahman. His arch enemy as well as his neighbor Abu Jahl was overjoyed on hearing this. He ran to his friends and said that Muhammad, peace be upon him, was preaching the worship of the one God, but was himself calling out to two gods, Allah and Rahman. After that it was revealed in Surah Bani Israel, say, call out to Allah or call out to Ar-Rahman. Whichever name you call him by, his are the most beautiful names. This is from Surah Bani Israel, which is the 17th surah or chapter of the Quran and verse number 110. Also according to a hadith, Allah has the most beautiful names or the 99 Al-Asma'ul Husna, which represent his attributes. This is also found in the hadith collection of Tirmizi. Allah, a combination of Al meaning thee, T-H-E thee, and Ilah meaning deity, is the personal proper name of the one God. This name combines in it all the qualities of his attributes. Ar-Rahman, meaning the most merciful, is one of the most frequently used of these names in the Quran. In fact, this is the name which has been used as a substitute for Allah in several places, but very specially so throughout Surah Maryam. Al-Rahim means ever merciful, and the root of both Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim is Raham, meaning the womb, the seat of all love and mercy. According to some writers, these feminine qualities all seem to be God's favorite names since they are used in the formula Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim, which has to be recited before doing anything from starting to eat food, to going on a journey, to reading the Quran and so on. This formula is present at the beginning of almost all the surahs or chapters in the Quran. Besides, there is a Hadith Qudsi in which God says, Rahmati sabaqat ghadabi, which means, my mercy precedes my wrath. Rahmati has been translated as my mercy. It is related in the Quran that when God decided to create Adam, he told the angels that he was going to appoint a vicegerent on earth. The angels predicted that this new creation would destroy the peace in the world and would shed blood, while the angels sing his praises. But God told them that he knew what they did not know. After this, God gave Adam the knowledge of the names of everything and asked the angels if they knew about these names. But the angels apologized and said, Glory be to you, we have no knowledge except what you have taught us. Indeed, you are the all-knowing, the all-wise. Then he said, Adam, give them the knowledge of the names. When Adam had informed them about the knowledge of their names, God said, Did I not tell you that I am well aware of the secrets of the heavens and the earth, and I am well aware of what you reveal and what you conceal? This is a quotation from Surah Al-Baqarah, that is the second chapter or surah of the Quran, verses number 32 and 33. Now the question that arises here is as to what is meant by the names which were taught to Adam. One explanation is that it can mean knowledge of every kind. Human beings have been given the capacity to acquire knowledge and to discover the secrets behind everything in the universe. Another explanation is that the names mentioned are the 99 beautiful names of God. His qualities permeate the universe and all of creation. In order to understand the universe, one would have to acquire the knowledge of his attributes. Now, Imam Ghazali, one of the most prominent of the 12th century scholars, turned to Sufism a little late in his scholarly career and started leading a life rich in spiritual and mystical insights. He writes in his treatise on the beautiful names, he has a whole book on the beautiful names of God. It's called Al-Maqsad Al-Asna Fi Shar Asma Allah Al-Husna, the 99 beautiful names of God. He says that everyone understands the meanings of these names at many different levels according to their individual capacity. Most of the scholars are at the ordinary level, where they respond to the sound and meaning and have the faith in affirming its meaning. For example, when the attribute Ar-Razaq is mentioned, the person knows and has the strong faith that God alone is the provider. Ghazali's book sheds light on the functions the names perform, both in the universe as well as in the souls of the spiritually inclined. According to Imam Ghazali, anyone can attempt to take one share of the attributes of God according to one's capacity. For example, if a person wants his share from the name Ar-Rahman, the most merciful, he should start practicing this attribute by becoming more merciful towards other creatures. On the other hand, if he practices its remembrance and keeps reciting Ya Rahman, meaning O merciful, he will witness more incidents of God's mercy in his life. That means God will start becoming more merciful towards him. So he will end up becoming more merciful himself, and at the same time he will also enjoy the mercy of God. This creates a link between that attribute and the soul, which develops under its influence. Ghazali thinks that among God's creatures, the highest in position are the angels, who are not subject to passion and anger and are the most perfect. The lowest in position are the animals, whose perceptions and actions are limited to the senses and passions. They are the most imperfect. And human beings are in between the two, and even though their bestial nature has a tendency to predominate, they are constantly working to improve themselves in their desire to seek perfection. So human beings who are spiritually inclined and are aware of a lot of things, they keep trying to improve themselves. In a way, they are trying to seek perfection. One way of doing this is by reciting the names and practicing the attributes of God. According to the Sufis, the truth of God's essence cannot be mastered, but one can try to acquire one's share of his attributes or his beautiful names and achieve proximity first to the angels and then to God by reciting and practicing them regularly. Those who progress and attain great heights can reach the stage when they become Masjood-e-Malaika, or those to whom even the angels would have to prostrate or do sajda, as commanded by God. In the case of Adam, Hazrat Adam alayhi salam, this is mentioned in Surah Al-Baqarah, verse number 34. That means human beings have the potential to become so highly spiritual that if they succeed in this effort to become more and more spiritual, then they can reach a stage when even the angels would have to do sajda to them. While the classic 99 names of God are found as a recognized set in Hadith Bukhari, Imam Ghazali says that the number of God's name is not just limited to 99, but there are innumerable names of God. He also says that individuals can add to the list by virtue of their own experience of and with God. That means one can describe God according to one's personal experience with Him. It is also said that every name is a key to some of the treasures of God. There is a very rich tradition of reciting these names individually or in groups as single words or in special combinations for various purposes, according to their meaning and their spiritual effect. But there is one name which God has reserved for Himself and which He does not want to share with anyone, and that is Al-Mutakabbir. Al-Mutakabbir means the one who is proud. So when God made Adam alayhi salam, He asked the angels to bow to Him. They all complied except for Iblis or Satan. And the words for this, describing Shaitan in this state, are Abba wastakbara. This is from Surah Al-Baqarah, which is the second surah or chapter of the Quran, at verse number 34. That means he denied and showed pride, for which he became of those who are condemned forever. So it was because of his pride that Shaitan was condemned forever and ever. And this takabbur is one attribute of God which he does not want to share with anyone. Imam Ghazali thinks that there are many levels at which names are understood by people according to their individual capacities. The first is the ordinary level, which is understood by most scholars because of its sound and its linguistic meaning, and also because the scholars have the faith which affirms its meaning. The second is the higher spiritual level, understood by those who have drawn near to God. They acquire the knowledge of the meanings by way of the witnessing and unveiling of inner experiences in which no proof is required. Sometimes people have very special spiritual experiences which can't even be explained, and through this they become convinced about the meanings of these names and the importance of these names. I had a friend once who had migrated to some other country, but I've heard that she used to be a bit perturbed and she kept saying, I don't know what to do about it. I can see God. Now we don't know how, in what form she saw him. And she herself could not handle this experience. And also, if someone is going through that experience, even if that person tried to describe it, no one would be able to understand it. Not in this life anyway. So they acquire whatever possible of the divine attributes. There is also the concept that some of the names are Jamali, meaning beautiful, while others are Jalali, meaning majestic. The beautiful names have a soothing and peaceful effect, while the majestic names are powerful and can have the opposite result. It is also believed that the recitation of the names should be under the supervision of a guide who knows which names will be suitable and beneficial for whom. There is also the system of reciting the names in combinations so that the Jamali or beautiful names will provide a buffer for the powerful effect of the Jalali or majestic ones. So when love is developed for a certain attribute, then the desire to absorb it according to one's ability develops. The desire to move closer to God who is perfect and is the truth or al-haq also increases. Since ultimate perfection is limited to the one and only God, and other things can be perfect only in relation to him, therefore the quest for acquiring some of the attributes of God is actually a quest on the path to perfection. So if somebody loves the names of God and he also likes to recite them, or he has selected some and he's reciting them, he keeps on doing it for a long time, then he's acquiring his share, as Imam Ghazali had said, he's acquiring his share of that attribute of God, and he is traveling on the path to perfection. And I think the very purpose of religion and the practice of it is to help one on the path of perfection and also to purify oneself. Now, if there is any question regarding this article, we can take it now. All right, then we can say a little prayer. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanatan wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina azaban nar. Wa adkhilna al jannata ma'al abrar ya azizu ya ghaffar ya rabbil alameen. Bi rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. Ameen summa ameen. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Walal akhiratu khairul laka minal ula. And may your every tomorrow be better than every today. Or may your hereafter be better than this world. Ameen summa ameen. Allahumma salli ala sayyidina Muhammadin nabiyil ummi wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa barik wa sallim. Thank you everyone for your time and attention, and inshallah we'll meet again next week.